Ward 1 Commissioner John Howard and the City of Albany hosted a town meeting today focused on poverty and the contributing factors, along with identifying solutions to help move the community forward. Nearly 30% of Albanians live below the poverty level, and today residents learned the reasons why there is so much poverty in the city. In fact, Albany, Georgia ranks 158 out of 159 in child poverty. According to officials, education is a major contributor to poverty in Albany.
Very lowest in child poverty at about 43%. So almost half of Daugherty County's children live in poverty in this community, which is a really, really sad number, but it's not unlike the other counties who are neighboring. It's a regional issue. It is a state issue.
To think about solutions for how we move forward. We have so many agencies who are working in these areas. Oftentimes we work in silos, so the goal is to come together so that we can create progressive action for our community.
We've had some solutions today, some recommendations, and I hope that our community can benefit from this information and move forward.
But residents are saying that enough is enough with the community forums because nothing is being done afterwards.
I can't stand these meetings because nothing comes of it. We do this all the time with all the same people. What are we doing after this, y'all? If y'all don't talk to Mayor Bodero and tell him y'all don't like that he voted down housing development on the south side, what are we doing? If y'all don't tell him we tired of these utility rates, what are we doing?
However, residents did acknowledge that some of the issues and came up with possible solutions, saying resources aren't the problem in Albany, rather it's a lack of community conversation and action.
We're also missing STEAM employment opportunities. What happens is we do have a group of really talented young people, but what do? They leave.
And while on the topic of the youths, residents say lack of special education is a big problem in the city, saying that minimum wage and low income makes it difficult to pay for treatment of the kids with special needs, and it takes too long to identify them in the children.
We're waiting too long, especially for special education. For those children who need special education, they are far too often identified way too late.
We have children that are autistic, that are nonverbal, that have ADD, that have ADHD, but the parents are only able to provide resources that they can afford because they're only making $15 an hour.
But some members of the community say that the family structure is what is holding the community back from growing.
Family structure is one of the ones that we talked about as well, going back to that parental effect, where it takes a village to raise the children, to raise the family, and to be able to accept that, acknowledge that, and invite that in.
They bring them in so someone can work with them, volunteer their time to help increase their knowledge and help to increase their reading skill. It has to start. Along with the parents, the community have to be involved.
And finally, one issue that was addressed is the need for proper rehabilitation and re-entry into society for those who are formerly incarcerated.
True rehabilitation program within our community. We have a lot of citizens that are being incarcerated and returning to our community. And oftentimes they're returning with no employment opportunities because of the charges that they have.
Now, to see a full documented PDF of the issues and the contributing factors, you can visit our website, walb.com.